Welcome to your fourth module in the leader's journey. We're kind of getting into the final stages here, and we cover one of our last two questions. And the question is, what will I bring with me? So on this leader's journey, we figured out what's our vision, where are we going, what lines we won't cross. We've figured out what's going to keep us moving along the way. And so the fourth question is now, what will you bring with you? And that's essentially asking you, what are your strengths? So it's really important to discover what your strengths are in your leadership journey, because that's the thing that will be a strength and asset for you as you move forward, and you should bring those things with you. Now, oftentimes when people think about their strengths, they think about, maybe I'm good at basketball or I'm good at music. I want you to dig one level deeper than that when you start answering these questions. When we're talking about strengths as they pertain to leadership, I want you to think, what makes me good about basketball? What makes me good about music? And trying to figure out what's that characteristic within you that allows you to shine. Is it that you work hard? Is it that you see things in people that other people don't see? What is that thing that kind of draws out the strength? And this is one of the questions that we had to cover as we were working through YL.W.
So when I looked at it for myself, what are my strengths? I started to really have to, look at situations in my life and how they've gone well or not well, and what about those situations going well was me. And so I'm a connector. So when I get into a new situation, whether that's a new room in a building or in a classroom or a new country, I'm not afraid to connect with people. And so that was a strength that has helped us with YL.W. I'm also diligent. I don't generally make lists and put them aside and procrastinate. And so that was definitely something that always kept things going. And so those are two strengths that I've brought with me: my interconnectedness with people and my diligence.
And so it became really important for us to tap into that, Carla's ability to connect, which is different than my strengths. My strengths is to be very thoughtful about certain subjects. And so leadership is one of those subjects. When we brought the ability to connect people, to draw them in, to bring them to an event, and my strength to really think through these issues and try to help them make sense to people in a way that maybe they didn't make sense before, we started to have something that felt very important for people to come and listen and see and be part of. And it was bigger than us, but it did draw on the strengths that we had. And so in your leader's journey, we want you to start to think about that. What are you really good at? And then the layer below that, what makes you good about that thing? So really dig into kind of those internal characteristics. Try to figure those things out for yourself, because that's part of what you want to bring with you on every leadership journey that you'll have moving forward. So, best of luck.
Good luck. Why are you still in my line?
I got caught.
I got one line at the end.
I got caught.